genuinely really excited to be starting this because, I mean, the reason I'm starting a vlog is because a couple of weeks ago, I just started watching them quite obsessively. I found some people that I really liked, and now I'm like bordering on obsessive about watching their vlogs. And I think it's because, you know, when you want to just like rot on the sofa and watch a bit of telly. Also, I've got this new camera. I've bought a new camera for this, and I'm not sure if I'm looking in the right place. So honestly, I feel like someone's nan. I literally feel, I'm like, oh, I've got my new camera. I'm giving it a go. But so I love watching them because I feel like when I just want to sit on the sofa and not do anything and just watch TV, like that's so lovely. But I also wanted the stuff that I was watching to be like, kind of like loosely inspiring. And honestly, like the people that I watch, like I am influenced. I'm like taking supplements, I'm drinking my water. And so maybe I can do that for you. I think sometimes as humans, we are inspired by the actions of others, whatever it is that you want to do, that I'm doing. And it is quite an interesting time of my life at the moment. And that, you know, the past few months, I've been gifted some incredible opportunities. Like, I'm the CEO of a tech company, I have a team, like that's dream come true shit. Like I organise the world's largest confidence conference and my training business, Raw Training, is busier than ever. I won one of our biggest contracts ever before the other day. And I had that thing where I won this really big piece of business and I was like, yay! And then I was like, oh God, now I'm gonna have to do it. So I just think it's quite an interesting time in my life because I am right now working more. I'm like waking up early, getting at my desk, like working long days. Like I have never done that before, my friends. Like I'm like, you know, smoke a joint in the bath at 2 p.m. on a Monday kind of girl. Like I am not a hustler by nature, but I am at the moment because, you know, taking it easy, not burning out, being in your feminine energy, however you want to articulate it. Like all of that is a form of self-care. But you know what else is a form of self-care? Absolutely giving things your all. And at the moment, I've been gifted these amazing opportunities and I'm honestly like giving it everything because I believe in myself from a place of hope, not from a place of fear. And because I've got this sense that if I really take this chapter of my life and like grab it with both hands, really exciting things could happen. And so I'm going to take you on this journey with me, a little vlog. So I'm going to show you what kind of things I'm up to, like how I manage my time or my team or my processes when organizing these different businesses and different things I have going on, how I try and be a good friend, a good partner. And also I've just moved into like a really fun building with the co-founder of NeuroWorks, which is the tech platform, and we have a lot of fun. So I am so excited for you to come along on this journey with me. Am I looking in the right place? I just got into the office and I managed to find myself a little workspace room where I can just like lock myself in here all day, do my calls, get my things done. Okay, so I found something out about my brain recently and I don't know if this is like scientific, like let me know if it is, but I've realized that in the morning in particular, well definitely in the morning, my brain is like a soft sponge, and if I start my morning doing what I want to do, and what I want to do is literally open Free People and browse beachy sets, or look at properties I can't afford to buy, or go on Vinted or check my social media. Like if I do that stuff in the morning, my brain really struggles to focus for the rest of the day, and I kind of liken it to sugar. If I wake up and the first thing I put in my body is something like really sweet and sugary, for the rest of the day I'm like craving sugar. I'm having these spikes, and I really feel like it's the same with what I do first thing in the morning. So this is like an area of discipline that actually I found really, really helps me. Like I'm not a natural focuser at all. I'm a natural dick arounder. Done it for years. I've spent 36 years of my life dicking around. And actually this, like waking up and making sure the first thing you do, you know, after your morning routine, like whatever that is, like maybe you have a gentle morning and a cup of tea, but like the moment you're on a device, the moment you sit down, the first thing you do has to be a task. And I find that, for me, gets me going. It's kind of like eating the frog. That's a famous thing, isn't it? But it doesn't even have to be a hard task first. Just like a task. Don't like avoid the temptation to look at recipes on TikTok, because that temptation is strong. Okay, let's go. So I have my week planned out like a fucking fine art. I do this on a Sunday with all of my, like my main NeuroWorks goals, my main Raw goal, my main Confidence Live goals. I've got my book coming out. I really want it to be a bestseller, lol. So my main bestseller goal, all the key things that I'll do, that's my kind of weekly plan. And then I have that broken out into daily tasks. The tasks then get scheduled in my calendar. So I know like exactly what I'm doing at any given minute. So I already know that this morning I'm prepping for an International Women's Day, a couple of talks I've got later this week. So basically, if you're anything like me and you have historically found planning hard, just try and make it so you don't have to use your brain. So I've got an event next week in Leeds for NeuroWorks, like a breakfast event for HR people and talent people. And the founder of NeuroWorks, I've known him for years. We worked together about 10 years ago. We are so different, and that works really quite well. That's like good for business to have different people leading them. So I've been doing like lots of merch, lots of banners, lots of like silly, jokey stuff. And he is, I mean, he's great. And maybe the grumpiest man you've ever met. Like, nothing excites or delights him. And if I said to him, Guy, what's the one thing in this world you care about? He would probably say Leeds United. So you can imagine how he feels about my vlogging. Anyway, these new banners have arrived, and I think he's going to hate them. And I want him to come up so I can show him. Oh, do you like him?
Yeah, I really like him.
Yeah, probably.
I think that works great.
Yeah.
Even about the gradient.
Which I'll probably do tomorrow morning, so I'll send you a note. That's just some really chunky, like legit stats on remote work. So if that's a conversation that's happening at the moment. Good morning. I am just putting on the finishing touches for some makeup. I'm doing some training today. I'm not feeling 100%. So I was quite ill over the weekend. I had some like sickness thing. We don't need to talk about that too much. And earlier this week, I cancelled a session, which in the thousands, literally thousands of training sessions I've done, I've only ever cancelled one. And I had to move this one because it involved flying, and I was just still feeling really ropey, and I was like, oh God, I don't want to fucking vom. And it's a client I know really, really well, so I knew it would be like, okay, but I hate cancelling stuff. So I'm feeling a little ropey today. I'm okay. We're okay. We are okay. I've got my electrolytes, I've got my supplements, I'll take some meds, and then I can have a really, really, really restful week. I'm excited about today. I'm delivering the next few days. Actually, I've got quite a few of International Women's Day talks, and these ones I'm talking about my story, which is both like a wonderful opportunity and also kind of like psychs me out a little bit, because here's something about me that might surprise people. Like the majority, and I am literally filming a vlog right now, so the irony of what I'm about to say is not lost on me, but the majority of my life is private. I think sometimes people think that authenticity equals disclosure. Look at my filthy makeup bag. Yeah, I think people think authenticity equals disclosure. It doesn't. Like, authenticity is, you know, being the most yourself you possibly can be in any given moment and try to avoid the constant pressure of being somebody that you're not. But it doesn't necessarily mean you have to like trauma dump or like tell everyone all of your stuff. I've never really done that because, you know, the only time actually I really was very like transparent was my divorce. My marriage was very loud, so I thought I should make my divorce loud as well. But it was easier with my divorce because my divorce was kind of just like my story. Whereas a lot of the other things that have happened in my life, like, it involves a lot of people. So I always try and be really ethical about what I'm sharing because, you know, often I'll see people sharing things on LinkedIn and, you know, I wonder like whether people have considered the implications for other people of what we're sharing. Yeah, yes. So I will take you along for the ride today. And again, just a reminder that if you are someone and you see people like sharing their stuff, like definitely don't feel like that's something you have to do. I've learnt ways over the years of like sharing stories that are big hair, sharing stories that are like true and real and authentic to me, but also very like mindful and ethical about all the other people involved when we talk about our stories. We're recording. Okay, so we're delivering some training today. This is Coyote. He's my co-facilitator. We're just on a break. We're doing some... What are we doing?
We're doing some speaking up. We're doing some practice about public speaking.
Yeah. My friends, I have done a terrible job of vlogging my training today. I had every intention to like walk you through with me, but you know what? I struggle with this. A lot of people in my line of work will take lots of videos and stuff when they're training. And I struggle with it for two reasons. Number one, I'm so focused on the client and the people in the training that I literally just forget. Number two, it feels like, unethical is too strong of a word, but it definitely feels like it could stop it from feeling like a safe space. So I didn't vlog any of my training today, but I did an International Women's Day talk. I did some presentation training. I'm so grateful that I get to do this. I am tired. I've got a bit of a sore throat and a cold. So I've got a really nice, comfy, cozy, relaxed evening planned. And I'm just, it's really, I'm never not grateful that this is my job. And I get to like speak to people and train them on things that I'm very passionate about. Here's a little life hack for you. I put collagen powder in my coffee in the morning. Good morning. It's the next morning. I have a nice routine here where the building that we live in has like lots of different rooms and spaces and co-working spaces and coffee machines. So my kind of rhythm here is I wake up early and then I come downstairs, get a bit of work done, have a coffee, then I go back upstairs and like have a shower and get ready. I'm feeling still quite tired today. Actually, I'm going to take it a little bit easier. It's a Friday, but I had some really good sleep. I slept for like 9 hours. It is International Women's Day, so happy International Women's Day for those who celebrate, and what even if is this nonsense for those who don't. I kind of fall in between those two things. I'm doing an International Women's Day session today for urban, as in like urban outfitters. I also think It's Free People, it's part of the brand. So like I live in Free People, by the way, so I'm wearing this like little Free People set. So that's not until 11. So my day today is looking like I'm gonna get my laptop out, get a bit of admin done, catch up with some things, do that. Then I'm gonna deliver my session. It's virtual, which is nice. I like virtual sessions because you can often get more people. I like in-person sessions because they're really fun. So win-win. So that's virtual. Then I have a meeting with my publisher about my book that is coming out in May, so that's coming out really soon. So I'll have a meeting with the publisher about the PR plans, so that's exciting. Then I think I'm meeting my friend Lavelda, who's a really cool motivational speaker. I think she's coming over here for a catch up. And then I think I'm just gonna take it a little bit easier. Me and Henry are due to go and see some jazz. However, Henry is iconic and he's been up north today in Staffordshire sorting out our Airbnb. We have our first Airbnb guest staying in a couple of days, which is like really scary, especially because I'm trying, this is like a big delegation, so he's like managed all of it. And you know when you're kind of like, has he thought about this? 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 But I don't want to say that to him because like he's doing such a huge favor in taking this on for our team. So I don't want to be like fucking micromanaging him, and I trust him. And the great thing about Henry is he's awesome and he's competent. So I'm over here being like, good job. And not being like, did you do that? Did you do that? Did you do that? And just like trusting. So having Airbnb guests stay in our home is like genuinely like a life dream for me. It feels like freedom, like total freedom. So, okay, let's go on with this day. Happy Friday. Doing my session prep. So before, every time I do a session, my prep is basically this. But I am the first woman in all of my family, as far back as we could trace, that had the opportunity to go to university, to have a career, to be able to define a life on my own terms. When my mum and dad first got married, my mum earned more than my dad, but she wasn't able to get a credit card because women were considered bad debt. My mum, despite being so smart and intelligent and capable, wasn't able to go into higher education because she grew up in a mining family, money was scarce, she had to go right into work, and then when she had all the kids, the social pressure, the done thing at the time was for her to stop working and raise us. Women didn't have, at least in my world, anywhere near the kind of opportunities that I'm afforded today. My nan, she died when I was 6, but she had like a very profound impact on me. I think I have a photo of her over there. I think maybe we were like a similar spirit. She used to write poetry, and I found a poem of hers recently that, if you don't mind, I will read. Out of my natural strength goes greater confidence in my abilities. Day by day I grow in power. I lead and conquer, yet I shall help those around me. I am strong. I fear nothing which can come to me. Circumstances wilt before me. I look them in the face and I go forward. I am big-hearted and big-minded enough to not be put out by trifles. I move steadily towards my goal, calm of mind and cool of courage. I lead, I do not follow, and I shall win. Give me big ideas, big plans, plenty of scope. My outlook is full of serenity, and I am gloriously free of worry. I was amazed when I found that. I never had the opportunity to know my nan well, especially not like woman to woman as adults. But what I do know is she was a miner's wife and spent the majority of her life struggling to make ends meet. She didn't have the big plans, the big scope. I do. I do. And so for this International Women's Day, can I just do a rallying cry that if you can't muster the courage to speak up in a meeting, if you can't muster the courage to put yourself forwards for an opportunity, if you can't muster the courage to ask for a pay rise, if you can't muster the courage or figure it out how to organize your finances, if you can't muster the courage to put yourselves out there, if you're scared about posting on LinkedIn, if you're terrified about asking clients or going out and trying to get money, if you can't do it for yourself, do it for them. Do it for all of the women who fought and battled and chained themselves to things in order to try and afford us some of the freedom that we get to enjoy today. That, my friends, every single time when I'm like, I don't think I can do this, yes, you fucking can, Kirsty. Yes, you can. If you can't do it for yourself, find someone else to do it for. Happy International Women's Day to all those who celebrate. Some people love it, some people think it's nonsense. I'm kind of in the middle, and thank you, happy Friday, bye! Okay, so it is now the weekend. It's Saturday morning. It's about midday. We stayed in bed until like 11:30, which was really nice.
Decadent.
I woke up at about 7 a.m, but this man was just like a slab lying next to me, so I had a bit of a read. It was really lovely. We are on a walk along the river.
Slow pan.
We're just filming on the iPhone, so maybe the quality isn't very good. I didn't want to take my camera out. Our plans for the day is very little. It's a beautiful day, so we might have a barbecue in the building later with some friends. Henry might be going to a gig. We're taking it really easy. There's probably a yoga in my future, and that's it.